So what do you need to start a podcast on YouTube? Well, you should watch this video because by the end of it, you're going to see, yeah, there's a whole bunch of technical stuff and we will definitely cover that, but then we'll get into the stuff that's the most important, and it's not the gear. By the end of this video, we're going to cover cameras, lighting, microphones, all kinds of stuff to help you record your podcast video for YouTube. And most importantly, what you need to do first to set up a great foundation for a successful video podcast. Let's get started. First, let's talk about the gear. This is the easy stuff. When it comes to filming or recording a video podcast for YouTube, start off with, of course, a camera. Now, right now, you could probably get started with a camera that's in your pocket. Yes, your smartphone will get you started very, very easily. Now, there are tons of ways that you could go beyond that. Trust me, there's all kinds of video cameras that you could use. And a great place to start, like I said, is your cell phone. Don't shy away from it because there are some very great benefits to getting started with your cell phone. Number one, you're going to start to learn the process. And it's in that learning of the process that you can certainly dive deeper and deeper and deeper, but it has been simplified. Even when it comes down to the lighting and the editing and all that kind of stuff, everything is much more simplified. There are fewer options to mess with or to throw you off or to accidentally overlook when it comes to your smartphone. Cameras, that's another story. When you start stepping up into, say, DSLRs or mirrorless, there are more buttons, knobs, switches, options, and menus built into these cameras nowadays than I ever saw back in my day when I first started doing photography. It's a different animal. And in fact, now these photography cameras, they look like photography cameras, they're video cameras as well as photography. So you've got all the photo options plus all the video options. Simplify it. Make it easy on yourself. Start with your cell phone. When it comes to lighting, there's also a very simple setup. Step outside. There's light. Anytime you want to start with, I don't know, sitting in front of a window or sit down underneath a tree outside. Make it a nice, bright, sunshiny day. You don't exactly want direct sunlight because that creates all kinds of harsh and sharp shadows. Soften those shadows a little bit by sitting in the shade. You're still going to have a lot of light because it is a bright day, but the shadows aren't going to like cut across your shirt or underneath your chin or across your face or anything like that. Make it a nice, soft, even light. If you want to do it inside and sit in front of a window, you could maybe even possibly put one of those frosted shower curtains up in the window. Those frosted shower curtains that'll let the light through, but you can't quite see through. They're not clear, they're translucent. They soften the light really well. And again, when it comes to microphones, go for your smartphone. I would caution you to make that your be-all and end-all destination. Microphones are a whole nother animal. They've done really well with cameras on your smartphones. The microphones are okay, especially if you end up recording something very close. Now, if you end up having something 5, 10, 15, 20 feet away because you want to get a good background or a different feel or something like that, then your microphone on your smartphone is probably not going to cut it. You're going to need some way to get the sound from here to 20 feet away, to 15 feet away, to 10 feet away even. The closer your smartphone, the better when it comes to using the microphone. Set up a little desk tripod, maybe even a regular tripod or a selfie stick. Sometimes selfie sticks have a little tripod built into them. Set that up 2, 3, 4 feet away at the most. You really don't want it that far away, especially if you're going to be relying on your smartphone microphone. And then finally, you're going to need some editing software. I know. You probably find it very hard to believe that I ever make mistakes. I understand that. But that's the beauty of editing. It looks like I don't make mistakes, and you can too. And as far as the world is concerned, you didn't make a mistake. That's where the editing software comes in. There's all kinds of stuff. And again, if you're starting off with your cell phone, there's some great editing software apps probably built into the phone already. If not, there are thousands to choose from, that's for sure. If you want to upload your video to your computer, there's probably free software already on your computer. And if not, there's tons more that you can download. When you start to step into the computer, yeah, there's free stuff. There's free stuff that's very basic, and there's free stuff that's even Hollywood caliber. I'm not kidding. There's one particular program that I'm thinking of. It's DaVinci Resolve by Blackmagic Design. DaVinci Resolve has a paid-for version that is a full-blown version. Honestly, for what you're going to be doing, especially if you're doing like talking head videos like I'm doing here, if you're doing something as simple as that, the DaVinci Resolve free version is going to be more than what you need. Now, setting up your business YouTube channel and setting up your business podcast, that's what we do around here. So please be sure to like and subscribe, because this is the stuff that you'll come back to time and time again to get your channel up and running. And I hope you make this your home base. Now, whether it's really simple gear, whether it's outdoor lighting, or even the simplest of editing programs, none of that matters if your content isn't dialed in. Face it, if nobody wants to hear what you're talking about, it doesn't matter how fancy or how good it looks. Bottom line, if you're going to be talking about whatever it is that you do in your business, be sure to cater that information to what your potential clients and customers are looking for. For example, let's say you are a fitness coach, and there are a bunch of questions out there about carbs, nutrition, exercises, specific techniques, intermittent fasting, all of that stuff. People are always asking about it. And if that's in your wheelhouse, those are the questions you want to find, the specific wording that you want to find, and make that the title of your videos. And then each video is your particular take on that subject. It's your answer. That builds the audience that you're looking for. So your videos are going to be talking to them from where they are. Now, how do you do this? How do you possibly get this information about what it is that they're interested in? Well, first, as soon as you step into YouTube, you get this magical ability to read minds. No, not really. What you do is a little SEO research. The way you do that is there are a couple of different places that you can go look for it. First of all, there's some really fancy software out there, anywhere between, say, $100 to $250 a month for a subscription. If you don't want to go that route, there are two websites to get you started, and you can get started there for free doing some very simple searches. Now, both of these websites only let you do 3 searches per day, but that's going to be plenty to get you started, and you'll see what I mean once you do your first one, once you do your first search. One is called Answer the Public, and the other one is called Also Asked, A-S-K-E-D, Also Asked. Both of those are a .com. Start there. Type in 1 to maybe 3 words at the most to get started. Be sure to set it to whatever country or language you want to go to. The default is British English. If you switch it to American English, fine. If not, don't worry, it's not going to break your results. Then, the 2 or 3 words you want to type in, let's stick with our fitness coach example. Say something like intermittent fasting. Just start with that and hit search. And you're going to get this, what looks like a mind map of all the different search terms that people have asked about intermittent fasting. Maybe you'll have one term and it'll branch off onto 3 or 4. Well, each one of those main branches will give you 6, 8, 10, 12 sub-branches. And you want to pick those long tail keywords that people are asking about. Do they fit as well? Because sometimes there might be something on intermittent fasting that doesn't fit. Maybe somebody's asking about, a stupid example would be intermittent fasting in Australia. Well, if that's not your deal, then don't do that one. Intermittent fasting 2012. Don't do that one. That's a little outdated. But anything along those lines, you're going to see in that long list, and you can take that list, and that's a great place to start your videos. Now, if you're really serious about setting up your YouTube channel for your business, a great place to start is with a book that a friend of mine wrote. Nate Woodbury came up with this amazing book, A Hero's Guide to Influence on YouTube. This guy starts you off from the very beginning and takes you all the way through the upload process. Filming, editing, lighting, thumbnails, you name it, keyword research, all of it is right in here. Some really great tips to get you started. And look, it ain't a thin book. You will get your information's worth out of this one. Just pay shipping and printing. There's no profit involved whatsoever. He gave me a few copies to give away. So in the description down below is a link to get yours right now. A Hero's Guide to Influence on YouTube. I'm Nick Natarella with AdWise Creative. Thanks for watching.